Now, what do you think is the reason behind Niger's action to revoke the military accord with the United States? You are very close to where Niger is. Maybe there's something else that we don't know.
Well, when you look at the current situation of Niger, since ECOWAS imposed Niger a lot of very drastic sanctions, Niger turned his eyes to the east. East meaning Russia, East meaning Iran, countries that try to help Niger to mitigate the sanctions that were imposed by ECOWAS. And I think the next step after the relief of the sanction is for Niger now to seek a kind of independence, and that independence means like what Mali did against France, to ask the American forces to leave the country because they believe that they have a better relationship with Russia and Iran that are giving them ammunition and that are helping them with a lot of strategic experience in the fight against terrorism. And you see that in Mali, for instance, the military succeeded to take over Kidal after the French have left. So they believe also that by developing the same strategy, they can really make sure that the terrorism is behind them and not another problem in the country.
Ibrahima, severing ties with the military, the United States military, and the junta's action now again to quit the regional ECOWAS bloc, and again they kicked out the French forces. What kind of message are they sending through these actions?
There are two messages. One, the first message is for the local population to get more support, more connection with the population, because don't forget that these people came to power by a military coup, and they are still contested in the region. So they need local support to continue their action, to continue to stay in power. But the second one, I think, is for them trying to really get resources that will help them to continue not only to control the country, but to deal with what they call the insurgency. Given that the West didn't help them at all to really deal with the insurgency, when you look at it's really interesting that you mentioned Ukraine. The amount of resources that the U.S. gave to Ukraine in less than 2 years, and the peanuts that they got from the U.S., despite the fact that U.S. Army in Niger, that itself can help. I can explain why they want to change the relationship. And maybe it's also a negotiating tool that they are using to tell to the U.S., if you want to stay here,
Ibrahima,
you have to increase your support to other stuff.